like waking up from a dream and going right into the next one, huh, gamers? Welcome back to DaGaimez. It's out. That intro was done by a gentleman named Fiendish. Got his link down below. Go support him, guys. Really cool. I tweaked it and put my own music in it. But, guys, underrated. Does a lot of cool Star Citizen videos. Go check him out. I want to talk about the Gladiator in this review. I wanted to do it in a slightly different atmosphere. I'm going to land here. I'm going to teach you guys how to land. Might as well give you a tutorial in the middle of a review since I need to land to do the review. Now you want to push the N key to engage landing mode. You want to push the middle button mouse key, which will bring up the ship and a detailed sensor. That grid is basically the 3D modeling map around you, space-time as it were. And autopilot automatically lands you when you get over the pad by pushing the M key. So it's real simple. N, middle button mouse key, M. Now if you don't want to have the mouse button key, you can push the fourth button on your HOTAS or your gamepad. There you go. Nice easy landing. You can also go manual if you don't want to use the autopilot. Don't bother pushing the M key and just fly over it and land. It's a little rough. I think they need to work on that a little bit, but let's seriously go over this girl with a fine-tooth comb and see if... Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. I'm liking the sounds already. I'm liking the animations.
I thought it'd be a nice change of pace to go outside. Let's get a little bit cramped in my hangar. Nothing like the good night sky and some fresh air. We're doing a review on the Gladiator. I get this feeling of nostalgia with this ship. It reminds me of days gone past. Old school, just in your face missiles and death and destruction. All in a nice fat package. That's what this ship reminds me of. I get a good feeling about this light bomber that's a carrier-based light bomber labeled on its text. Talking again about a military ship that they will also make civilian, but notice the paint change. Since I've looked at older reviews on this ship, there's not a lot of material out there on the Gladiator. I've noticed that all of a sudden the ship just has a better look, more killing machine look, and that's because I believe they are working on Squadron 42. I love the way the landing gear comes out of that. Such a beautiful ship. I mean, it's a beast. This thing I flew it could take some serious punishment. It was much more nimble than I thought it would be. Much more nimble than I thought it would be. Of course, I believe you got a 160 to 180 speed on this. Thrust was decent, but it took a hell of a lot to turn it back around once you were going a direction. You can't really turn on a dime as far as doing a 180 on this baby. Damn, just look at this sweet amount of detail. How can you not be excited? Look at these torpedoes here. Look at these. These are capital ship killers. Let's get under here. Let's look at these bad boys. There's your turret mounts there, gimbals. Let's see. Oh, God, it's good. Good grief. Look at those. We're getting into a portion of reviews here where we're starting to talk about bigger ships. We're starting to talk about carriers. We're starting to talk about the use of them. Just like we did in our Gladius review. Now we're talking about the Gladiator. They did open up these two ships for Free Fly Week, so it only makes sense that we start talking bigger scale here. We start talking about multi-crew action, multiplayer action. One person flying the Gladiator and another one in the turret. Really fascinating when you think about it, how many people don't take the time to think about just that. That years ago, you couldn't really even do this. And now we're all in a rush. Hurry, hurry, hurry. But you know what? I don't care. I'm patient. This game is coming around just fine. I got some footage of some fighting. Amazing dogfights with this. I also have some footage of little snippet of 2 people flying this, one in the turret, one flying. I just love the look at this ship. There's some missiles right there, do some damage. So you got 2 racks of missiles, you got 1 rack of torpedoes. These guys are gimbaled. You have 2 turrets, hard points that are gimbaled. We'll get into the text, don't worry, we'll get into the text. Let's check out the graphics. You already saw me come out. Let's go up here. Alright, now let's check out the turret here. Some of these animations are fantastic on this ship. Let's go right over here. Let's check it out. I love turrets, even if they're a little bit more difficult to fly or to shoot from as somebody flies. It's definitely an art. Oh, I like the chair that comes down. That's cool. Oh man, it's like a ride. It's like a ride at on a roller coaster, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, I dig that. Let's kill something.
Warning. System overheating. Shields charging.
System overheating. It's dangerous, yo. Dangerous. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. Oh man, yeah. Totally. 360. Nice attack angles everywhere. Nothing in the way. Exactly how a turret should be on a ship. You know, some of the ship models have the ship in the way, which I don't think you should have a 360 rotation in certain situations like that on some ship designs. Now this one, very squat, low profile, so you are able to get a very nice look around. And oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh my god. What? Oh no, Gaimerz. But definitely dig the style. And let's get out of here. I like that. Very cool. Go back up inside the cockpit, and I think then we'll go over the technicals. Yeah, that's exciting. That's very exciting. Let's see here. So, oh, yes, of course. Of course. Alright, can bolster that. Alright. Yeah, I really like the looks of this. I think I'm gonna buy this just because it really has an old school feel to it. But let's get into the technicals now, shall we? Alright, let's get into the technicals and specs of the Gladiator. Now, interestingly enough, the Gladiator looks as if it can't jump. No additional equipment spots on its tech. So this really is like it says it is. It's a carrier-based bomber. You guys gotta have a carrier if you guys want to play this online. Specifically, this is more meant for Squadron 42 at the moment because I know that they're focusing on Squadron 42 as this week was Free Fly Week, and you noticed the ships were both dealing with military UEE ships. But this carrier-based bomber that they're showing on their site is a 2-man crew. We know that. No cargo capacity. We know that. This is strictly for killing primarily larger targets, as it does have S5 torpedoes, 1 bay of the S5 torpedoes, and let's see here. You also have 2 more racks of Tempests, so you have plenty of missiles and torpedoes. And propulsion, you have your 2 TR4s, which it needs to be. It is a larger ship, so it will need larger thrust. HE 5.2s on that. 8 M1-16 TR2 thrusters. It is very maneuverable. It is very nimble. You will see that coming up in the dogfighting footage that I have obtained. The power plant, wondering about the S2 power plant with so much going on with this ship. Not quite sure that's sufficient. The shield at an S3, as it's a larger size ship, it can take a beating. The ship can take a good beating. Let's see what else we need to go over here. Gimbal mounts, your hard points. You got 2 Mark IV laser cannons come stocked on this bad boy. And then obviously you have your man turret, which is your CF-117 Badger, comes stock with that.
and really just a vicious, solid ship. You know, I think this is a very well thought out ship. It's a little bit concerning with no additional equipment spot for any type of jump drive. It seems as if it is going to be planned as a carrier-based bomber. Not quite sure about that, gamers. Let me know what you think on that. Now let's watch some dogfighting and see how this bad boy holds up. And I was really happy with its solid performance. It was a beast. It not only dished out the damage, but it took the damage. It was much more nimble of a ship than I thought it was going to be in its roll and its yaw. As far as its thrust, little lackluster there. Top speed, also not as much as I want, but it is a bomber. You can see it working its magic against these Hornets. It does what it needs to do. It's a solid ship. People are going to think twice. Being that it's a little bit slower as far as, you know, your overall speed, sometimes it's hard to adjust and compensate when somebody's swooping down and attacking you. But overall, you're going to find that targets are coming to you. So most of the times when you're turning, you're going to be turning right into fire. You just ease into it and you just, you know, hit that button, and for the most part, they're hurting after if they're not dead. Great ship at $180. Usually, I think twice about endorsing any ship over $100 and make sure that most of you are going to be happy with this. I am fairly confident that putting down the $180 and getting the ship, if you have it, is a smart buy. The only negative is that from what I see from the text, you cannot jump in this ship. It is definitely a carrier in-system based ship, so keep that in mind before you buy it. Alright, gamers, if you enjoyed this episode and you enjoy my Star Citizen content, you know what to do. Go over it on Patreon, help me out, pledge, and we'll have plenty more on the way. I had a great time with these two ships this week, with the Gladius and the Gladiator. It was very hard finding information on both, but I did it for you, and I hope you enjoyed them. Thanks, gamers. Stay tuned for the next video.